Yeah, everything is fine. Yeah, everything should be fine because I'm imagining that maybe today I'll be able to make a very fantabulous video. I'm imagining that it is going to be fantastic. And of course, you guys can see my tripod behind me on the mirror. And you guys can also see that I have come here with a very decent preparation. Well, according to Sir Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. So, as I said a little earlier, that imagination is more important than knowledge, then you guys may think that imagination is just a thing which we cannot see or we cannot apply. But knowledge is something that we can apply on different sectors of our life. So how is imagination more important than knowledge? In few sectors, of course, and in my opinion, imagination is more important than knowledge, and this is a universal truth. Why is this a universal truth just because Sir Albert Einstein said this quote? No, not only all the quotes of famous people, of famous personalities are true, and not all of them bear a universal truth. Some of them are imaginary, and some of them are not. So just look, when I said that these words of the famous people are imaginary, then they just imagined it. But did they apply it in their life? Now it's your question to me. I definitely know that they imagined something, they said it in front of people, it looked motivative, it sounded motivative, but actually it did not make any sense in the real world. Well, there are lots and lots of examples to give when you think whether imagination is more important than knowledge or not. Well, knowledge is something which you acquire by practicing, and the thing that you get stuffed on your brain, the treasure that you get stuffed on your brain is knowledge. You implement it in your life and it helps you to take the right decision, to build up your career, to lead your future life in a very proper way. Yes, of course, knowledge is very necessary in people's lives, but I'm not saying that knowledge is more important than imagination. Like, if imagination was not there, then knowledge wouldn't have come into existence. Why? Now, let me give you an example. Sir Isaac Newton. Well, he definitely was a meritorious student, and he had a very big treasure of knowledge. He was absolutely a very good student of his school, as you guys know from his inventions that he had a very big, vast amount of knowledge. But he had the knowledge, but how did he know the process of implementing it? The best example is when he saw the apple fall to the ground, he imagined, why did it fall down? Why didn't it go up? Isn't this an imagination? If he wouldn't have ever imagined this one, then would he ever try to solve the process of gravity and gravitation? No, never. And he would not have applied his knowledge about gravity and gravitation, about the force that attracts us, about mass and weight. He would not have applied those knowledge in this law. So, did you see that knowledge is very dependent on imagination here, right on this example? Now, another example I want to give you that I told you already that this quote is of Sir Albert Einstein. He himself was not a good student at all. He used to daydream all the time. He would not study, and he used to tear his books all around and throw them in the dustbin because he didn't like books. Book haters, no. So they cannot gain knowledge. This is the present situation of the world, that those who are book haters, they cannot ever gain knowledge in this world, and their life just sucks. So, Sir Albert Einstein's case is the same. He did not like to read books, and he used to daydream all the time. oh, what if I were a bird? I would have flown away. Or what if I were a whale? I would have swam away. And he used to daydream like this. But he became a very, very famous scientist. What's the reason behind that? Because he had every imagination in his mind when he imagined that this is happening. But why is this happening? Then he applied his knowledge to implement that imagination. If you don't have imagination, like what will I do? Or what is this going to be? Then will you ever implement your knowledge? No, never. Like your imagination is, in your future life, you will be an engineer. So that's why you are learning, you are studying, that you imagine to be an engineer, and that's why you are applying your knowledge and you are building up your career. So, imagination definitely is the first one, and then comes knowledge. It means knowledge is very much dependent on imagination. Now, many people ask me that we are not in favor of this statement. We are against this statement that imagination is more important than knowledge. Like without knowledge, you cannot imagine the creative works. No, imagination doesn't have to be always creative. You can imagine anything, and just imagining anything will bring a creativity in you. Once in your lifetime, you will never be able to just think, how did it come to my mind? I was wondering just in a normal way, but this kind of creativity came to my mind. I became a huge scientist, and my name is on the newspaper right now. So, just imagine, there is a vast world of imagination. And whenever I was doing this video, I was imagining where to stand, which place will be the right, which place has the good amount of light, and where I can stand and speak in front of you guys. So that is one kind of imagination. To make this video better, I had an imagination that I will do this right here in front of a mirror, and this will be even more attractive. Like you guys will also see that how I make my videos. Many of you guys have wanted to see how I make my videos. So this is also showing you how I utilize my knowledge in my imaginations. I imagine something and now I'm implementing it using my knowledge. So of course, imagination is more important than knowledge. But still, if you guys have any confusion or if you guys are still against this statement, please let me know down in the comment section. Why do you think so? And what are your opinions regarding it? Thank you so much. I'll see you in one of my next videos. Till then, bye bye and Allah Hafiz.